Hey team, happy Monday. Hope all of you are having a great week, and it is kickoff week for student ministries. I'm really excited. Check this out. I'm so bummed. You're probably wondering, why didn't you wear this jersey on Sunday? Well, it came in Sunday when I got home after the whole kickoff event yesterday. But this is a Bobby Boucher Waterboy jersey. Even has the Bourbon Bowl patch. It's amazing. I love it. It's probably my favorite jersey I own. So, incredible jersey. But anyways, just want to talk to you a little bit about this Wednesday, okay? And so let's go ahead and start with our environment team. Nothing crazy this week when it comes to games. We have inflatables coming. The biggest thing for environment team is making sure we're manning the inflatables, making sure students are, we're allowing so many students to be on the inflatable at a time, whether it's 4 at a time or just managing stuff like that. Make sure they're being safe on the inflatables. We are going to put up 9 square, but that's like the only thing we're setting up. Everything else should be fine. So not a lot of setup, more so just manning the inflatables. So that's really the biggest thing for environment team. Check-in team. So check-in team, there is some new things, just a new thing we are going to do this Wednesday that is different from last year. And it's only a one-time thing. So I had to go in and I had to redo all of our groups because over the years, between changes in leadership, our groups in Realm, which is our database platform, are really inconsistent. There's people that graduated years ago that are still in our student database under a group. So I had to basically clear out all the groups. And so what that means is when students that would normally come, including your kids if you have them, when they go to sign in, they actually have to kind of re-register in student ministries. So what this is this is going to allow us to get updated information like address, phone number, email address, things like that. But it's also going to help us get them in the appropriate group. And so, which is super crucial because there's people that definitely do not belong in a certain group. But the most important thing for check-in team, and I'll be there to kind of help, is we need to make sure that they are in fact putting in correct information, okay? So we just need to make sure they're putting in the information. We need to look over the information. We not just let them fill it out and then just submit the information, but we need to look over it before they submit it, okay? So that's gonna be super important. The only conflict with that is if we see some new faces or people that we may not be sure have been here before, it's going to be important to ask them, hey, is this your very first time coming? Because we want to make sure we're getting actual new people gift bags, new student bags, okay? Only ones who have not legitimately been here before, but it might be a little hard to track because the fact that everybody has to re-sign in. But I feel like we have a good grasp on who has come before. And ultimately, new students are probably, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them will come with other friends who usually come here. So that's going to help us out. But we're just going to have to be really good at communicating with the students kind of what we're doing when it comes to the new sign up for student ministries, and also making sure we're keeping our eyes out for new students so we make sure that they get a new student bag. Okay, that's kind of a big thing for check-in, and like I said, I'm willing to help as much as possible. Group leaders, this Wednesday we will not have curriculum involved in our groups. Although it says that we do have curriculum this Wednesday, what that does is basically we're getting in a rhythm. So I had to start the curriculum this Wednesday, even though we're really not diving into the curriculum, if that makes sense. So we're basically missing week 1 of the Better Together series. I believe it's what it's called. And the reason why is we need to do an introduction night. So I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna take a moment to kind of discuss kind of what Wednesday nights will normally look like. Obviously, this Wednesday is not gonna be a normal Wednesday, so I'm gonna discuss what it's gonna look like, kind of the rhythm, I might express some of the new things we're doing. Well, I probably will, like the fifth Wednesdays of the month, whenever that happens. I think they fall in November, January, and May. And I'll talk about some of the other events that we'll be doing. Okay, so there'll be an introduction. So I'm not giving a message. I'm just going to kind of lay out the some of the expectations of the year, kind of the rhythm we're going to be going in. And then from there, I'm dismissing them, everybody, high school and middle school, to your group. So so you guys can introduce yourself as leaders, especially if there's new students. You can start building relationships, connection, but also you can, just have a time to reconnect and, check in with everybody, see how their summer has been. So that's kind of what it looks like on the group leader side. But I encourage you to go ahead and look at the curriculum in Planning Center, because at least you'll know what to expect when it comes to your group leader guides if you're utilizing that. High school group leaders, I know that you are kind of utilizing your own material and devotionals in your group. So make sure you're doing that. And that's a good space, by the way, high school group leaders, to kind of lay out what you guys are going to be talking about with your students moving on the following Wednesday, kind of what you're going to be starting with for your devotional in your curriculum. So I think that's really it. Check-in environment, group leaders. Cody, lead in worship, leading 2 songs. So we do have 2 songs for worship, which is really exciting. We have pizza for food. I'll probably provide water. I haven't restocked on pop yet. Don't think I'm going to have pop here Wednesday. We'll see if I can get around to it. But water, if anything, water, which is good. So yeah, it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a blast. And I'm sorry this is a little longer video, but there's just a lot to kind of go over for this first Wednesday. If you have any questions, please let me know. The biggest thing, throughout this year, I think I want to focus on, and we'll dive more into this as the year goes on, but last year I focused on connection. So connecting with the current students, building relationships and trust with the students we have here right now. This year I kind of want to move towards then challenging our students, if we have built those relationships, challenging them, yes, in their faith, but a part of that rhythm is inviting their friends to a space that they love to come to. And so it's kind of the invite culture. I kind of call up, in, and out. It kind of creates a triangle, but that's actually a discipleship thing. So up is our direct relationship with God, which is our student night. So messages, the message that we give every student night, talking about God, talking about Scripture. And then the in is in the core community, which is your group life, which is you as group leaders leading them and checking in with them, doing life with them, diving into questions, talking about faith. And then the out is the evangelical part. And that's kind of the part I'm kind of focusing on this year, is the out is invite culture. So we're already kind of doing those 2 other components, but we haven't done much with the out. And so that's kind of what the 5th Wednesdays are for and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to some of the events. We have a Halloween party, Christmas party. Obviously we have the kickoff this Wednesday. We have bowling coming up in November, December, Christmas party. I already said that. January, literally every month we have a big event. January is movie night on the 5th Wednesday of January. So lots to do, lots of going on, but it's those those things that we're adding to the calendar to kind of help with that invite culture. So that's all I have. And I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll see you guys Wednesday.